How many IMDb credits does William Shakespeare have? Hold on. William Shakespeare has an IMDb page. Probably got a lot now that I think about it, because like there's so many things based on it, like all the Romeo and Juliets. Well,
it's an open, what do you call that? It's an
open source
IP,
or whatever. Yeah. Writer 1600.
100. Wow. Beat that, writers.
I was gonna try and scroll, but yeah, look.
How far does it go?
Like what year?
Yeah.
We're like in the 40s.
1898.
1898.
Wow, they had IMDb back then.
God damn it. Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
Hi.
That's when. And today we have got a Streaming Junkies episode for y'all. And we are doing the Tragedy of Macbeth, recently released on Apple TV. One of the few reasons, I guess, to have Apple TV.
Yep. Or that show with Paul Rudd and
I guess Ted Lasso.
And Ted Lasso.
Yeah. I guess there is some reasons.
And
but
Cherry, was it Cherry? Yeah, Cherry.
I would say Cherry. But
For All Mankind's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't watch that, but yeah.
It's better than that fucking movie with that we just talked about.
Moonfall.
Oh yeah, For All Mankind was a show. I mean, if Moonfall was a show, yeah, it's For All Mankind.
But we're talking about Tragedy of Macbeth, directed and I believe written by Joel Cohen. Yes.
One of the Coen brothers.
Correct. This is his first outing by himself. Also based on the play by William Shakespeare. Tragedy of Macbeth, starring Denzel Washington, Frances McDormand. There's some other people in there, but those are your two main leads. This is essentially the play of Macbeth, but in film form, and it was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
I don't know. Let's see what this says. A Scottish lord becomes convinced by a trio of witches that he will become the next king of Scotland, and then his ambitious wife supports him in his plans of seizing power. So if you didn't know what Macbeth was about, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was really cool. I really, really, really liked it. It's the, what's it? Is it 3x4?
4x3.
4x3, other way around. Aspect ratio, black and white, so definitely not for everyone because some people can't get over that. But it felt like a stage play the entire time, and it was very cool. It didn't feel like this high budget Macbeth movie, which I think they did a few years back with what's his name from Magneto, not old Magneto, young
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, Fassbender. Yeah,
I don't know why I remember his name.
And I was going to say Cumberbatch, but because they kind of look similar. I don't know. But they did like a high budget one, and it wasn't very good. But this, it felt simple. It's great. Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand gave incredible performances. I loved every second of it, and it really made me love Denzel like even more. I mean, he's always been a great actor, but like he's really, really good in this. What do you think, Glenn?
I'm gonna have to agree with some of the fans for any sort of Shakespeare. I'm gonna have to agree with them on this one. They said, I think one of the reviews that I saw was that the movie felt very inconsistent, and they were talking about the accent stuff.
Okay.
It kind of one of them said that it took out the drama of the movie, and I think I agree with that because it kind of did. It just kind of, I hate to say it, but it just looked like a person just talking, really.
Mm-hmm.
When you had, someone who's like just an American English and someone who's talking in British English, it doesn't feel right. But, the performances were great. I just didn't like the fact that Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand didn't have like that
accent,
gravitas almost of
I don't know. I feel like they
Shakespearean
both
movie would
already have it because with their performance, like I didn't even notice that. I didn't even take that into account. So I'm kind of on the other end of that. So I mean, maybe I could rewatch it and notice that. But now that you've said something, but it didn't affect how I looked at this movie.
I liked it. I like the minimalist set or setting of the whole movie, and it was very contrasty. It was like a photography. It was almost like a photo. it looked like it was shot on film, that kind of thing. It looked like it was shot in medium format. But the thing that really just took me away is just the fact that it just didn't have that drama that
I felt
William
like it did.
Shakespeare's poetry has. That like
I feel like it did, man. I mean, it felt like, I mean, even did like Macbeth in like theater class. Like, I was just, I don't know. I thought it was good. I've personally and honestly never really liked the play Macbeth either. Like, I've always been a Hamlet guy, but
of course you were.
so that's supposed to mean. But I've always Macbeth has never really been my like favorite Shakespeare play by any stretch of the imagination. But I thought this was told really well, and it was cool to see because the other one, the Fassbender one, just felt, I don't know, weird and high budget. While this was the complete opposite, where it was weird, but it felt low budget and like an actual play. So I liked it.
I just feel like I don't know why, but when it comes to William Shakespeare stuff, I think it was just wired to think like this. But when it comes to like William Shakespeare's poetry, we're just wired to think that English people can do it better. No offense to Americans or like Mr.
I
Denzel
don't think
Washington.
so. Like, I can't think of, like, who would you have as Macbeth then? Like some British guy. Who would
Benedict Cumberbatch.
it wouldn't be the same. I just think it was just so good. Like both these actors, I thought it was like a perfect casting.
Oh, I can see Benedict Cumberbatch.
I think he could do it, absolutely. But with the aesthetic they were kind of going for in that minimalist type stuff, I don't know. I just really liked it. It just felt like a play. Like it was just so good.
Who's Professor X again? What's his name? The younger one.
Not
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
Yeah, he would be great.
It just wouldn't be the same for me, man.
I think I don't know. I think I like the gravitas that English people just have when it comes to reading poetry. It's just, I think their voices is just like brute. It's just more brute.
But it's
and just
Denzel Washington, man.
I know it's Denzel Washington, but sometimes I just think he's overhyped. And sometimes I just think it's like I don't mean to offend him or anything,
Right,
but I think this is But like all I'm saying is I don't think he just has this type of like almost classic poetry to him. Like I know I know he likes poetry and stuff like that at least. But I just don't think he pulled it off.
Like just
well.
his monologues and soliloquies are so good though, because that's what like he does in his other movies, like his like rants that he has, like in, I don't know, like Training Day. He's like, y'all be playing in Pelican Bay, King Kong ain't got shit on me. Like that type, like it's just so good. I don't know. I can't see eye to eye with you on this, like at all. Like typically, there's like a silver lining. Like, okay, I kind of see that, but I think it was perfect. I definitely think they'll both get nominated for.
They probably will. Like just don't listen to me. But all I'm saying is like
I'm trying to hear you out.
I can see James McAvoy or Benedict Cumberbatch or like,
it just wouldn't have been the same with the aesthetic they were going for.
I think it would have been fine, but
I think
it would have been fine because the whole focus here was the poetry. It wasn't really the scenery. It was meant to be a kind of timeless, timeless atmosphere.
And I will agree with that because it feels like this could have been put out in like, I don't know, back in like the black and white days, like the 20s or 30s, like, and it would have looked right. All
I'm saying is I'm miswording here just a little bit. I just realized that. All I'm saying is either have one of them or either have all of them speak American English or British English, if that makes sense.
That does make sense, and I can understand that. But again, I just didn't notice that when I was watching.
And also it is a very cut down version of the poem. Of the play.
Yeah.
You can obviously see that in like the writing and some of the poetry.
So I was surprised when I saw that was only an hour 45 because it is I'll see how long the
4 hours I think.
The other like hours. Fassbender one is the Fassbender one's an hour 53. So I guess
really?
I'm wrong. Yeah.
No, the whole play.
Oh, the whole play. I mean, it's super long. Like the older versions are like 2.5.
I thought it was 4 hours.
God, there are so many versions of Macbeth. I don't know. I hear what you're saying. I just don't agree. I think, and it's because I didn't notice what you're talking about. Like the accents were never like a thing that came into my mind. So it never distracted me. I thought there was incredible performances. It was a great telling of the story. I love what they did with the witch in this as well.
Oh yeah.
It was just so cool. But I don't know what anything else. That's just something that point's mute, like moot. I just can't see eye to eye on that one.
I all I'm saying is like I have an appreciation for the Shakespeare plays, and I really like it when someone does it right. But when it comes to like a movie about any of these, you could always fuck it up by having someone who's not as passionate about Shakespeare as like the next person.
It's just that Denzel brought that passion though.
And
man.
I agree. I just think
I
that
don't.
they should have settled with one or the other, cause it feels like they played it safe throughout this movie, and this is not a movie they should have played safe with.
They made Macbeth black.
No, I mean in terms of like the poetry.
I disagree. I got an itch.
Oh yeah, I wonder how many people are gonna be like, he's black. He wasn't black back in the day.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. To wrap it up, here we go with our ratings. We're gonna do our critical and entertainment. God, I can't talk. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What is your critical rating?
Critical rating, I'll give it a 7.
It's
7
not
or
as
8.
bad as I thought it was gonna.
No,
be.
that wasn't like a big deal to me. It was just like, it's just one of those things where it really stuck with me. No, it just stuck with me because like, I think I was 10 minutes in when I texted you that. I was like, I already like it. Yeah. And then Denzel Washington walked in. He sounded great. You know, I thought he was speaking like English, like British English. And then later on, that kind of just went away, and I was like, oh well,
because it's crazy.
It is. I like the witches though.
The witches are like the best part.
And they didn't have the cauldron thing. They just kind of like threw in like a little. Yeah, that was cool.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
You really thought I was gonna give this a bad review? Like a bad rating?
I thought like I'm not a 7, but I was thinking like a 6.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say 8, but
entertainment value. What do you say?
I like that a lot. Watching just watching the scenes at least, and hearing some of the kind of cut down poetry, and still made sense to Shakespeare. I want to say like maybe an 8.
8.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm gonna give it.
Watching it.
I'm gonna give it a 10. I just had nothing wrong with this movie. I enjoyed it all the way through.
What a shill.
Yep. But yeah, that's a review on the Tragedy of Macbeth.
I can't like this movie because Macbeth isn't black.
Fair. But anyways, that's been our review, our Streaming Junkies episode for the Tragedy of Macbeth. Thank y'all for watching. Like if you enjoyed, comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this. I'm Will.
I'm Macbeth.
That's Win. Thank y'all for watching. We love movies. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.
Buongiorno.